Welcome back, everybody. If that is an oppressed witness, I don't know what is. I don't want to know what one is. Somebody made a good point in the chat. This is a reminder. Don't snarf or really... Well, derps are, I guess, okay. If people want to... What I'm saying, we'll just try not to look at the chat too much when we're trying to come up with the answer ourselves. Yeah. But don't give us straight up snarfs for the answers unless we ask for them, because we're trying to figure this out as a mystery as we go along. And it's funny how much I even just forgot there that the reason that I don't believe his statement was because he went into the... I was thinking the same as you guys, that because he hit him, which was kind of true, but it's not the complete truth. The objection was that he goes in the apartment. But anyways, that's what all the fun is. So unless we're really stuck...
I think we'll be able to figure it out.
But I kind of don't want to say don't derp, because derping is fun, because they want to try... A lot of people here haven't played it before.
And yeah, if you haven't played it, I mean...
We'll just go ahead and derp, guys, if you want to guess, but we'll just try not to look at the chat unless we're really stuck. Shut up, I hate you. So the witness has just thrown his toupee at Phoenix. Go back to the last part if you want to see that. You got to see that.
It's pretty good.
It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death.
Courtroom doesn't like this.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence to support the defense's claims.
See, even though it is so obvious, we still have to present evidence.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor.
You claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawwood heard was definitely this clock. The fact which is clear if you simply... So. Ask the neighbors. Here, let's ask the neighbors. Ask the neighbors. All you have to do is ask the victim's neighbors.
Talk to the neighbors.
I'm sure one of them heard the clock tell him the time when the incident occurred.
I see. Does the prosecution have anything to say, Mr. Payne?
We have already made the necessary inquiries. Everyone living in the victim's apartment was out at the time of the murder. Furthermore, even if the neighbors had heard the clock, that would not prove that Mr. Sawwood had heard anything.
That is true. I believe you may be wrong, Mr. Wright.
You'll receive a penalty. Oh, they do get penalties here. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Let me think about it again. The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound is definitely the clock, which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries. All you have to do is examine the batteries.
Indeed, the batteries are right in the right way. The clock seems to be working fine. What exactly do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Yes, the clock was working fine.
Yes, and...
I'm sorry. I think I got confused back there with all those little testimonies.
Mr. Wright, I expect more from the lawyer in this court, even if it is your first day. I'm afraid I have to penalize you. Try to think things through more carefully.
See, we get penalized, but the prosecution and witnesses don't.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. As I was saying. The whole case is riding on this. All right, so before I say try sounding the clock, do you have an idea of what's going to happen? Want to look at all our evidence? Time of death, between 4 and 5. Statue is the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. This is a piece of evidence that hasn't been used yet. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on... Okay, what's important is that it came the day before the murder. How is that important? Electricity at Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon on 6 p.m. So the fundamental problem
here...
here...
the clock say it in French, but I'm not sure how that
connects. Why is the clock time off?
Oh, because of the time change?
Yeah. So if we sound the clock... Beep. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
At 1 o'clock like that.
Yeah.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25. Ack!
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawwit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawquit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot the one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about?
Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do I know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. It seems the lack of
Critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawwit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all the slime.
Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawwit. Mia, I mean Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? You guys already figured it out.
Yeah.
Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason it was 3 hours slow?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found the evidence to support this claim?
Of course! There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! In tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Alright, so, what's the evidence?
Passport.
Now, see, this is where it's kind of annoying. We don't know what time zone
I know,
we're
I was
in.
thinking
Yeah.
that.
But,
Really, what else could it be, though?
alright, ready? Take that!
Oh!
It's not quite that, yeah. Objections only come during testimonies. Take that is when you need to present further evidence.
Okay.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. And as we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Like, really, why didn't they tell us that? But okay. Did they tell us that somehow inadvertently?
I don't know.
What?
That
3
could've been.
times they said it? What? I don't think
One
so.
for each of us.
When it's 4 p.m. here, it's exactly 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home.
Yeah, but
You have
even
to
if
assume
we
you
live
live
in America,
Guys, America doesn't
has
have one time
multiple
zone.
time zones.
There are at least 4 time zones in Canada. I think probably 4 in America too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
5 if you include Hawaii. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. America! Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawwit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh, he just foamed at the mouth and died. Well, that does it.
Done and
Phoenix Wright,
done.
judge, jury, and executioner.
Order, I say!
With Newfoundland, Canada has 6 time zones.
6.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client,
He was arrested and is being taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Something you're gonna find through the Phoenix Wright series always happens. Rule number 1, his client is always innocent. He's a defense attorney, but he never defends the guilty. Somehow he's just lucky that way.
Are they always his friends?
Not always, but he's lucky enough that he is never approached by a guilty defendant. 2, the true murderer is always on the stand as a witness. So he's always lucky that way because he has a chance to prove it. One of my other nitpicks with Phoenix Wright, though, is out of all the things that we had to prove, we couldn't just like prove it like to a certain extent. We had to like prove it down to like the last little piece of evidence, like beyond a doubt. There were some things like that weren't proven beyond a doubt in all of that there. Like, how do we... Spoiler? Guys, come on. That's not spoiler. You lose the game frequently. You frequently lose trials. Your defendant is sometimes guilty and you get him off and... Come on, guys. Anyways, but there's like some things that they... for example, where's the proof that you took the statue to Paris with her? There's no proof of that.
It's likely she picked it up in Paris.
That still could have been a coincidence.
Yeah,
all of that could have been a coincidence. There was no like... All right. Oh, they're calling spoilers in the chat. Something happened that they weren't calling mine.
No, they're saying you're spoiled.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. In fact, I don't think that was a spoiler because I think I'm actually wrong. There are a couple trials where it's actually...
Spoiler!
where it's kind of like a gray area. Anyways.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Plutz, not guilty!
Woo! Confetti. Nice.
Woo! There's always confetti in courts, right?
As always, Fresher blaming others on spoilers. I read my name as Fresher.
And with that, the court is adjourned.
Nicely done.
Whoa! As it turns out, that Frank Sawit was the common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and... clunk.
Whammo.
Yeah. Fraser spoiled the game for himself. Fraser, do Vin Diesel's voice. What? Woo! I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Whitney's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Hey?
And that's all you hear from him.
Harry! Yes, you can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat! Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present.
The murder weapon.
A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo!
Yo, Nick.
His face.
Can you believe it? I was so into that clock.
Chick.
Into the, oh, shit.
And she was just playing me for a fool.
I don't know! That makes you not just cry? Larry.
What
Why
is a
did
little
she call
bipolar?
him Harry, and why is he calling
messed up
Phoenix
the-
Nick?
Well, that's Phoenix's nickname.
Oh.
Phoenix Nick.
Nix.
you calls
Oh,
him.
okay.
Because he's an old buddy.
And she just messed up his name.
And, yeah, she just messed up his name for comedic effect.
Okay.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me.
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't just gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? So what proves that she actually had feelings for him?
The fact that she brought the clock.
That she still had the clock,
Yeah.
yeah. And brought it apparently to Paris with her.
Mm-hmm.
Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right! What the heck is she talking about?
This statue.
And it's heavy, too. She lugged it all over the place.
Yeah, man.
What? Oh, take that. What? How do I present this? Oh, present. Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh?
Huh? Where did you get that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Huh? She probably needed a clock, that's all! You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick.
I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am, thanks.
I think he needs medication, man.
Yeah,
Hope
definitely.
that made him feel a little bit better. And that wraps up the mystery of the stolen clock. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I don't know why I had to be black.
Yeah.
Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me?
Whoa.
We'll drink a toast to innocent bucks. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. Whoa! Looks like things are looking up for old Phoenix. Gonna get some boss sex J's.
Work your way up.
Some
Yeah.
big booby boss sex J's. We're gonna have to win a few more trials. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me. Unless you count the clock that he gave Mia. I didn't know then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Sounds like there's more to these characters than just simple lawyers. Some shadowy pasts, maybe? So that's the end of the first Turnabout. Next, Turnabout Sisters. Stay tuned for more Video Games Awesome Live. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series continues live.